A struggling actor prepares for the audition of a lifetime to be the new James Bond in the new dramedy series from Amazon Prime, Bait. Academy Award winner Riz Ahmed stars in the new series Bait. From his roles in Nightcrawler and The Night Of, to one of my favorite performances of all time in Sound of Metal, Ahmed has proven to be a versatile, dynamic force of nature. The actor is very selective when choosing roles, and only shows up in 1 or 2 projects a year, so it's always a treat to get to see him in something new. With his Amazon Prime series, which he also created and executive produced, Ahmed is getting very personal and showing us a side to him that we have never seen before. Bait follows struggling actor Shah Lateef, who is drowning in debt and can never seem to be able to book a job. He happens upon an audition for James Bond, but he bungles it. Paparazzi see him leaving the audition, though, and take his picture, which ends up all over social media with headlines like, "Is this the new James Bond?" Because of the mishap and all of the buzz, his agent is able to get Shah a second audition. But with the whole world thinking he might be the star of one of the biggest franchises in the world, his whole life changes, and Shah battles an existential crisis. Will he be able to get past his inner saboteur to land the role of a lifetime? Bait takes this idea of a normal person thrust into the spotlight and shows how the power of celebrity can destroy someone. The James Bond hook is really just a starting off point for the series to address much more intimate human drama. But it also has a lot of sharp comedy to help the more heavy subject material be more palatable.
Her palate is wide and deep. Gross.
Shah Lateef is a character that is oftentimes hard to root for, coming off as an anti-hero for much of the runtime of the series. He is selfish, foolish, and filled with anger and aggression. Bait tracks Lateef trying to find himself and who he is, and how messy self-discovery can be. He is searching for his place in his family, his career, and even his culture. He doesn't know where he stands, so his insecurities continue to get the best of him. It doesn't help when this audition falls into his lap, and he starts dealing with hate crimes and vitriol online. Shah is all of a sudden expected to represent an entire culture of people who never get to see themselves on the silver screen. But how can he represent his community when he can't even take care of himself? All of this is captured beautifully in the show and makes for extremely compelling viewing. Bait is also brilliantly directed, utilizing many one-takes to fully transport the viewer into Shah's world. The show has a manic, chaotic feel to it that reminded me a lot of Apple TV's The Studio. And as crazy as this sounds for a comedy series, it also reminded me a bit of Uncut Gems and Marty Supreme with how it made me feel. The energy was so frenzied that it became anxiety-inducing, which is what I think the showrunners were going for. You are basically put in the shoes of the main character and are forced to lose your mind alongside him.
You've lost your goddamn mind, Charlie!
Riz Ahmed is tremendous in this series, and you can tell that he was really passionate about this project. He makes Shah likable, even when the character does some very questionable things. He has the charisma to be James Bond, so that is believable, but he also shows his vulnerable, shambolic side too, so you buy into his character's complete fall from grace as well. The rest of the supporting cast is also great. Gus Khan is rough around the edges, but adds a lot of levity to the proceedings. And Ritu Arya from the Umbrella Academy shows up and almost steals the show as his ex-lover. Ahmed and Arya proved to have some dynamite chemistry in episode 4. But there are definitely some problems here. Bait is only 6 episodes long at about 25 minutes each, so this is a very quick watch. Yet in these 6 episodes, so much is trying to be tackled that it feels a little overly ambitious.
My ambition got the best of me.
So much is going on with Shaw's audition, and his crazy family, and his ex-lover, and even some kind of conspiracy plot. It's honestly way too much to cover properly in these 6 episodes. And the James Bond audition pretty much gets completely forgotten about after episode 2 for everything else that is going on in Shaw's life, and then is brought back up at the very end. I was really digging the commentary about the pressures of newfound celebrity, but unfortunately that is pretty much abandoned as the episodes go along. Then I think the show entirely goes off the rails in the last 2 episodes. Like, it kind of crashes and burns. As Shaw's mental state continues to deteriorate, so does Bait. It becomes almost surrealist, utilizing multiple dream sequences, and then this MI5 and kidnapping subplot that just does not work at all. All of this does not move the story in a direction that I cared for in any way, and don't even get me started on that severed pighead voiced by Sir Patrick Stewart. I get that it's ironic, but this aspect of the series completely fell flat for me. I'm a little conflicted on Bait. On one hand, I think it's a super sharp comedy with some poignant familial drama and a unique cultural perspective. But I also think that it turns into a discombobulated mess that doesn't know what it wants to be by the end. I still have to commend the audacity of Ahmed and the rest of his team for creating something truly original with a distinct voice. Although that voice, admittedly, gets muddled. If you were a fan of Aziz Ansari's Master of None or The Studio, I think this will be up your alley. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. Please like and subscribe for more TV reviews. And what are your thoughts on Bait? Sound off in the comments section down below, and make sure to be respectful. Until next time, my friends, take care.